Hey everyone, so it is Monday the 22nd now. It is now 1:30 in the afternoon and I'm about to go to an interview. I got an interview at a bookstore that's about like 30-minute drive from me, so not too far. I'm super excited. I'm pretty sure I can nail it, so wish me luck. I mean, I'll probably find out before this video is up anyway. But anywho, this is the start of another reading vlog. One of the last weeks of the book Junkie trials. I think there's like a week and a half left of it. So basically a week and a half left of July. But for this week, I'm going to be focusing on Promise of Blood and World After. I need to finish both of these books. Like Promise of Blood for sure, because I've been reading it for the past like 2 weeks. So definitely that. But yeah, it is pouring out right now, so I'm gonna head out a little early so I can like kind of take my time going to the store for my interview. So I'm gonna check it back in with you guys later. Hey baby, wanna wish me luck on my interview? Don't ignore me. Aw, you're so cute. Love you. Everyone, so I just got done with my interview at that bookstore, and honestly I'm gonna be surprised if I don't get the job, because she seemed like really pleased with me and my my experience that I've had when I worked at the Strand bookstore. She seemed very pleased, so honestly I'd be surprised if I don't get it. But also, they let me take ARCs. They let me just take a bunch of ARCs that I wanted to, because I mentioned on the way out, I'm like, oh, you guys have a lot of ARCs, that's awesome. And she goes, yeah, you want to take some? And I'm like, yes. So she gave me a bag, and she's just like, here, fill it up. So I got a bag of ARCs. One of them is already out, so that's awesome. But like, wait, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 ARCs, and I think only one of them's out right now. And the next are coming out the rest of the year. I'm so excited! And one of them is literally one of my most anticipated books of the year. Like, I saw it. Last one I saw, I was like, and I took it. I had to take it. So, anywho, I'm going to show you those when I get home, because I'm so hungry right now. I need to go get some food, and it's pouring right now, so I want to beat like the actual storm home. So I'm going to show you all of my ARCs that I picked up when I get back. So stay tuned. Alright everyone, so I'm back home, and it's now time to show you all the lovely ARCs that I got. So I'm going to start out with, I actually said there was one that already came out. There's actually 2. So let's start out with those. So one of them is Tell Me How You Really Feel by Amina May Safi. This is an FF romance, and I'm super excited because a lot of people have been really enjoying this lately. This sounds like a really cute romance novel, and I love the representation, so hopefully it's done well. I think it has been, because a lot of people really like it. So I got an ARC of this. So yeah, this one already came out, so it came out in June. And then I got an ARC of Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. This is the one that came out just recently in July. And yes, I'm so excited. This was on my radar for a while, and I know that it is kind of like a Mulan retelling in a way, because the main character is a seamstress, but because she is a woman, she doesn't have the ability to like move up in the world, and all of a sudden her father is selected to go to the palace, and because he is sick, she goes in his stead disguised as his son, and now she is in a competition to become the imperial tailor. So she has like this crazy task to do, and yeah, it just sounds super interesting, and I am super excited for this. Now onto the books that are not out yet, so literally the more exciting of all of them. So first we have Of Ice and Shadows, which is the sequel to Of Fire and Stars, I think. This is by Audrey, yes, sequel to Of Fire and Stars. This is by Audrey Colhurst, and I read A Fire and Stars like 3 years ago maybe, and I enjoyed it, but I just thought the world building wasn't that great, so I only gave it a 3 stars. However, I am interested in this. Also, the cover is just super cute. This is also an FF romance, so yay for more representation. Yeah, I'm excited for this. This one comes out in August, so next month. I think it's like August 13th. Next, we have Kingdom of Souls by Rena Barron. This is a book that comes out in September, so 2 months away now. This is also a fantasy novel that centers around a family of witch doctors, and the main character is magicless, and the only way for her to get power is to give up many years of her life. And then all of a sudden, people of the kingdom, children of the kingdom start to vanish. Ara wants to find the culprit, and in order to save everybody, she just might have to get that magic by giving up some of her life. So sounds super interesting. The cover is so cool. I've seen another cover of this one, but I think I like this one a bit better. Next, we have The 10th Girl by Sarah Faring. This is a psychological thriller, young adult psychological thriller centered in South America, and it is taking place at a finishing school, and then a mystery starts to happen. Don't go out at night, that kind of stuff, and our main character needs to figure out what's happening, and it just sounds like a lot of fun. So yeah, I picked this one up. This one is coming out in September as well. So now the last 2 books I have to show you are literally 2 of my more anticipated books. One of them is Crier's War by Nina Farella. This is also a queer romance novel. Not romance. It's a queer fantasy sci-fi novel that I think is also FF, but the main character, Crier, is actually like an automaton, I think, like a kind of like a robot, I guess, mixed with human parts, maybe. So they're kind of like the leaders of society, and Crier gets a new handmaiden who is human, and her name is Isla. However, Isla wants to get back at Crier's father for, I think, taking her entire family, basically, and the only way to do that is to kill Crier. Obviously, they're gonna fall in love and things are gonna happen. So this one just sounds so fantastic, and I can't wait to read it. This one comes out in October. And now we have my most anticipated young adult novel of the year, There Will Come a Darkness by Katie Rose Poole. I'm so excited for this, guys. This is a young adult fantasy. It centers around 5 main characters. Let's see the list. A prince exiled from his kingdom, a ruthless killer known as the Pale Hand, a once faithful leader torn between his duty and his heart, a reckless gambler with the power to find anything and anyone, and a dying girl on the verge of giving up. I'm just super excited. This one has been on my radar ever since I saw people getting arcs of it. It just sounds right up my alley. I'm so excited to get to this one. This one comes out in September as well. So I'll definitely be reading this one very soon. So these are all the books that I picked up. Arcs, rather, that I picked up. I'm so excited for, like, all of these. I literally can't wait. Hello, everyone. So it's Wednesday the 24th right now, and I did not update you at all yesterday because I woke up and I was really sick. So I literally didn't do anything at all yesterday. When I get really bad headaches, they're not necessarily migraines because doctors never described them as migraines, but when I get really bad headaches, I can't read, I can't listen to music, I can't watch TV, I can't do anything. And I was just sleeping, but it also made me really nauseous, which is what migraines do, but whatever. I was really nauseous. I was just really sick. So I didn't do anything yesterday. However, I did have to go to a dress fitting for my bridesmaid's dress for my sister's wedding. So I absolutely had to do that. So I had to do that. I had to like push myself to do that. And then my mom and I stopped at a store that was having a sale on home decor, 90% off sale. I won't be able to show you what I bought because I kind of like hid them away and they're like back behind stuff right now, but I bought like big things. I bought literally $673 worth of stuff, but 90% off. I only paid $78 for like giant decorations that will go on a wall eventually when I have an apartment. But anywho, I did want to update you because I am feeling better. I just got home from work. I am focusing on Promise of Blood by Brian McKellen because I've been reading this for the entire month and I have yet to finish it. But yeah, I am close to being done actually. So within the past couple days since I like last updated you, I read like over 100 pages, which is pretty good for a large fantasy novel like that. But also, I did get some book mail because I ordered a book from Depop from Sandy Reads a Lot, actually, on YouTube. I think that's what her channel name is. I'll leave a link if I can, if that's the actual name of her channel. I'll leave a link down below. But my sister found a book on Depop that she really wanted from her, so we did a bundle, and I ended up getting From Twinkle with Love by Sandhya Menon. This is not really like a sequel, but kind of like a companion novel to When Dimple Met Rishi, and as you know, I thoroughly enjoyed that book, so I wanted to get the sequel and see how I like this one. So yeah, I just love the cover. It's super cute. I'm excited to read this. So now for the rest of the day, I'm going to focus on reading Promise of Blood, but I'm also going to edit 2 small clips of videos that are going into collab videos with a bunch of other booktubers. So be on the lookout for that video when it comes out. But yeah, I got to edit those 2 short clips, like less than 3 minutes, and send them off to the person who's doing the collab. So yeah, that's my plan for today, and I will catch up with you guys later. Hey guys, it's now Thursday the 25th, and I just got back from running some errands, got some Dunkin' iced coffee, living for that, but I do have to work at 3. I have about an hour and a half before I have to leave for work, so I'm going to try to get more of Promise of Blood done. I said yesterday that I was going to try to finish it, and I had enough time where I could have finished it, but something came up, like personal came up, so I didn't read like after that. So I'm going to be reading a little bit more before work and then bringing it to work as well, because I have a feeling it will be a little bit slow today, seeing as it's only Thursday. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm on page, I like had to stop in the middle of a chapter, so I'm on page 440, so I have 100 pages left or something like that. So that's what I'm going to do, and let's get to reading. Hello everyone, so I just got back from work. It is currently like 9:30 at night. I don't know why my nose is so red, but it is. Anywho, guys, I finally finished Promise of Blood by Brian McKellen, and let me tell you, it was freaking good. Like, I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this more than I thought I would. And I'm gonna have to pick up the rest of the trilogy. And they do have Brian McKellen does have a spin-off of this, which is set in the same world with a few of like the side characters as the main characters. But this one is the first book of a trilogy, and then I think there's the other trilogy as well. But this was so freaking good. I really enjoyed it. Especially just because it was so different than other fantasy books that I've read. So this was the book that I picked up for Apothecary Towers for the Book Junkie Trials, and it was a book over 500 pages. It was actually not including all of the bonus material. It was 545 pages, so I completed my challenge of reading a book over 500 pages and Apothecary Towers, read a book at random from your bookshelf. So I completed that. I finished that while I was at work, so and I knew I was going to finish it at work, so I brought another book with me. And I brought Charlie Bone and the Red Knight by Jenny Nemo. This is the 8th and final book in the Charlie Bone series, which is a middle grade series that I've been reading since I was in 3rd grade. I'm 24 now, so that's saying something. But yeah, I just never picked up the final book in this series, and it was about time that I did. So this book is going to be fulfilling the requirement of the Great Library, which is read a book that's been on your TBR forever. And this one's definitely has been on my TBR. 2009, it came out 10 years ago. So I was like 14, and I just haven't not picked it up since then. So I'm reading this one, and I'm actually on page 85 right now. And since it's middle grade, even though it does have like a lot of pages in this book, like how many? 400 and something pages. It's middle grade, and so the font isn't very large. There's a lot of space in it, or the font isn't very small, I should say. There's a lot of space in there. Like, I can read 4 or 5 of these pages in a minute, so it's pretty easy to get through this. I'm going to be reading this a little bit more tonight. I do have to work tomorrow morning, so I'll probably not check in later tonight, because I have to get to bed because I open at the store that I work in tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my plan tonight. And I had a pretty successful day, I have to say, for once in this entire readathon. Hey guys, so it's currently Friday the 26th now, and I thought I would update you on my reading progress. I just got home from work, so now was the best time, and I am almost halfway through Charlie Bone and the Red Knight by Jenny Nemo. It's such a great series, and it is for like slightly younger readers, so if they're not quite ready to read Harry Potter, this is like the perfect starting point. But yeah, I am almost halfway through, and I will definitely be able to finish this today. I'm planning on reading some more right now, and since it's a middle grade, the pages don't have a lot of words on it, and the words are spaced out more. So anyway, bigger font, very easy to get through, so I'm going to be reading this one right now. Hey everyone, so it is currently Saturday the 27th, and last night, like I said, I finished Charlie Bone and the Red Knight. I used that for the Great Library, which is to read a book that's been on your TBR for a very long time, and I did that. So then, today, I started Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nyong. This is the book that I am using for Drowning Deep. So read a book that like will pull you into its own world instead. And so I am on page 34 of this book. I'm actually halfway through a chapter. Had to stop because I got really busy at work, so couldn't read much of that. But I also, this morning while I was getting ready for work, I did listen to about an hour and a half of Stardust by Neil Gaiman, which is the 5th and final book that I'd have to read to complete my TBR for this month, as well as it being the bookie grail. So, yes. And the audiobook isn't very long for that book, so it's about 6.5 hours. So I do have 5 hours left of it, but if I listen to it while I'm getting ready for work or just in my downtime instead of like actually reading a book, then I can get it done. And I also think I will be able to get this one done because I am actually really enjoying it, and I'm only 30 something pages in. I can already tell that I really like the writing style, so I am definitely looking forward to seeing how this book goes, and I've heard pretty good things about it, so I'm excited to see where it takes me, and see what world it takes me into. Hey guys, so it is Sunday the 28th now, and it is 10 o'clock at night, and I almost forgot to film my end of the vlog kind of thing, so I forgot to finish the vlog, but here we are, in my pajamas. Luckily I hadn't taken my makeup off, but my hair does look like crap. Anywho, I did work today, that's besides the point, but yeah, I'm here to tell you what I read this week. So, in total, I read 801 pages and listened to 35% of a audiobook. So I don't know how many pages that is, but I listened to 35% of it. So, these are the books I will be talking about. I finally finished Promise of Blood, you guys. I've been reading this since the beginning of July, so basically the beginning of the book Junkie trials. It has a total of 545 pages in it, and at the end of my other reading vlog, I had made it to page 298, so that left 247 if the math was correct, or if I'm remembering that correctly, 247 pages. So I read 247 pages of this to finish it, and guys, this book was like so freaking good. I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. It is a high fantasy novel that features a lot of magic and a lot of political intrigue. One of the main characters is actually like in his late 40s, maybe early 50s or something. That guy on the cover right there. There's the use of gunpowder and magic to make the gunpowder explode or make bullets go faster, like further, and that's so cool. And then there's other types of magic. For instance, there's people who they have knacks, which are just, random abilities. There's one guy who could remember anything and everything, or one guy doesn't even need to sleep. He doesn't need sleep at all. There's just so many different types of those abilities. And then there's people who are called the privileged, which they are mainly people who can control the elements, but they can take it to next levels, basically. They're very powerful people. And then there's even more things and creatures, and just not what you would expect from this cover. You would kind of expect a Revolutionary War themed book or something like that, but really what you're getting with this is what you could do with a fantasy book where everything's taking place during an industrial revolution. And I'm like, that's exactly what this is. It's so good. And then I picked up Charlie Bone and the Red Knight by Jenny Nemo. This is the 8th and final book in the Charlie Bone series. This is a middle grade series that's very similar to the Harry Potter series, except this would be mainly for younger readers who can't or are not at the ability to read Harry Potter yet. This is mainly for them. You're getting characters, and the main character in particular, going to this academy for gifted children. So there's children who do not have abilities. They are just really good at music, arts, and drama. And then they also have certain colors that they wear for that. Like, I think it's purple, blue, and green. And then there are people who are called the endowed, and they have abilities. For instance, one person can control storms. One can raise his ancestors and use his ancestors' spirits to fight people. Charlie, the main character, can hear portraits and paintings, and in some circumstances go into those portraits. So it's just very, very fun, and just your basic middle grade novel. However, I just love the characters, and this series has been a part of my life since I was in 3rd grade. I'm 24 now, so that's a very long time, and I just really enjoyed this. I thought it was a good end to the series, although a little rushed in my opinion, so I did give it 3 out of 5 stars, but it was such a good end. This one was 466 pages, so I read this one, and it was for the Great Library, which is read a book that has been on your TBR for a very long time. And then I would like to talk about the audiobook that I'm listening to, which is Stardust by Neil Gaiman. This is for the Bookie Grail, which is the final challenge of the Book Junkie Trials. It's the final challenge for every team, and I have made it 35% into it. I'm slowly making my way through. I have about maybe 4 hours, I think, left. It's only a 6.5 hour audiobook, so I have like 4 hours left in it. I shouldn't have a problem finishing that, but before I finish that, I need to finish Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nyong, and this is for the Drowning Deep, which is read a book that will pull you into its own world instead of your own. This one is set in a world where there are different caste systems. The lowest caste is the paper caste, and those are just normal, regular humans, and then you get the steel caste, which is a mainly kind of like a combination between humans and the higher ups caste, which they might have some like animal characteristics. So they might have like the horns of a goat or the ears of a fox or something, you know, something that separates them from humans, but they also still look human in a way. Anywho, the final cast is the Moon cast, and they are the full-blown demons, and they are things that have humanoid features, however, are mainly animalistic, I guess is the term. And so our main character is from the paper cast, and her name is Lei, and she is taken as this 9th paper girl, which is supposed to be basically a concubine to the king, which is, he's from the Moon cast, which is the highest up one. And I don't know much else about this, although I believe people have said it is an LGBTQ plus novel. I don't know what representation it has in it. From what I can guess, it might be a female-female romance between two of the members of the paper girls, but I don't know. I am 88 pages into this. I'm on chapter 9. I am enjoying this so far. I really like Natasha's writing, so I'm interested to see where this goes. I'm going to continue to read this tonight and see if I can get it done before the 1st of August, which I do need to. Those are the only 2 books, Stardust and Girls of Paper and Fire, that I need to finish before the end, and I think I can do that because I am enjoying Girls of Paper and Fire, so it should be pretty easy to finish. I have tomorrow off. Maybe I can finish both of them tomorrow. That might be hopeful, but we'll see. Anywho, that was my end of the reading vlog, which is, I think this was week 4 of the Book Junkie Trials readathon. Like I said last night, am not going to be doing another week, which it's only 3 more days, I think, in July, so I'm not going to do another reading vlog. If you are interested to see my final thoughts on this book and Stardust, which hopefully I will finish them this month, keep an eye out for my wrap-up. But yeah, they'll be in there, hopefully, if I finish them. But anywho, that was the end of my reading vlog. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun YouTube stuff, and I will see you all next time. Bye!